There's a band called Amitri that I started when I was at school, but that only went for like a year and a half or something. We did quite a few gigs and we did alright actually. We put a wee flexi disc out with a fanzine, which was quite a big deal at the time. The two guitar players went off to university, so I thought that was the end of it. And then a journalist called John Dingle, who'd released our flexi disc, persuaded me to try and find other musicians. So I didn't think you could do that. I thought bands only existed because the magic only happened once or something. I was very romantic about it. So then I put some notices up in some music shops and just advertising for like-minded people. And I met all these just total arseholes, just people that guys that wanted to be rock singers that didn't have any discernible ability to be anything other than just a clothes horse. And then finally, after 2 weeks of meeting people and fruitlessly, I met Iain and we just clicked straight away. And within a week, we were in a rehearsal room writing songs.
We don't have a big hole in the middle of Glasgow, we just have a big fucking hole.
Iain would play a part and then we'd sort of stick parts together, all sort of play along, and then I would take a cassette and write lots of lyrics and we'd come back and sort of edit it. We always wanted to sound a bit sort of dirtier and kind of more guitar heavy, and the other guys were really good at that. We went to see Texas, I think, and I'd seen them before and they'd sounded okay, but they basically had that 80s snare drum and voice mix. And I saw them at the Barlands and I was like, who the fuck is doing their sound? I want their sound man, or we want their sound man. But it turned out we ended up on a completely different touring cycle from Texas, so we actually shared Andy Doc for a couple of years. Sitting in the circle yesterday while Dave was voicing the boxes that he was flying with these new Coda things, and I couldn't believe the amount of bottom end that was coming out of these speakers. Yeah, very impressive system.
And then actually seemed, I think I turned the PA on it, but he just started with all his inputs, sort of had all these spectrum analyses, and he was sort of wandering around with an iPad. And he played about 30 seconds to the drum track, and that was it. And I was used to you going around with all this white noise and pink noise, and then the music would be on for like an hour while people wandered around, and it was like nothing of that happened.
That song didn't sound like anything else at all. But then you had to get into the top 40 to get any TV or anything. So our new manager came in and realised that the American side of A&M wanted to redesign the cover because we designed the cover ourselves and the Americans didn't like it.
Much better.
So John, our manager, thought, this would be quite a good opportunity to delete the UK album and re-release it after the next single, which meant all the record buyers had to buy the single if they wanted Nothing Happens to buy the album. So that's why it charted. We got to number 11, which is a massive thing for us.
It was one of those tracks that then started to have, kind of had a momentum.
We would do these absurd gigs, and they were always free. And this one was on a beach, and they set up this shitty little stage facing down the length of this beach. And it was just people sunbathing because the sun was sort of going down. And there's all these American stations, because they have call signs like WNP, blah, blah, they also have nicknames so people remember them. This one was called The Parrot, this radio station. And they had this little, little stage. And the stage was lit by like 3 white power cans that were really fucking hot, and a little PA and all that sort of stuff. And they had a little gen for the lights and rig. And they had this inflatable parrot, which was quite big. It was, you could see it. Yeah, big inflatable parrot. So we wanted to say, and within the first song, the breakers blew, everything went off. So we went back on again, and so I played for us. As soon as we hit a loud note, and then something more out the amps, boof, broke down. We did it 3 times. We're like, if this happens the 4th time, we're not doing. That's it. We're not doing it again. It's so embarrassing. So we went on, and the guy who was running the gen realised it was the parrot was pulling the power because it had to be constantly inflated because it had a leak. So we just heard the guy going, "Pull the parrot! Pull the fucking parrot! Pull the parrot!" So the guy went over and unplugged the power, and so the gig went ahead.
I'll be lonely tonight and lonely tomorrow.